So beautiful Bournemouth by the seaside is investing almost £200,000 in a new crackdown on homelessness. It's paying for one-way rail tickets for rough sleepers to go elsewhere. It's part of the council's policy assertive engagement. It's hired 2 new staff onto its rough sleepers team who wouldn't talk to RT. One is tasked with encouraging the homeless to move along, supposedly reconnect with family or friends elsewhere.
Well, if they're going back home, I guess that's good.
So they're basically giving it to somebody else to be their problem.
Short-sighted and a bit selfish.
It's Steve's job to increase footfall into shops. He runs the centre's Business Improvement District. He says rough sleeping is a big problem.
It's really inappropriate for the business community, I think. They congregate in the town centre and they're sleeping in shop doorways, not only at night but during the day. It's really just saying to these people that, look, if you're from Liverpool or Leeds or Bristol, if you go back to where you're from, then you can get some help.
Well, in my case, there's nowhere to go. They would send me back to somewhere I had a local connection, but my family don't live in this country.
Matthew was a taxpayer. He spent the last 10 years on and off homeless.
Great for business, great for tourism. Not great for the council when the tourists see all the homeless people and realise that maybe there might be something wrong with Bournemouth and Bournemouth Council's housing policy.
The council tells RT it wants to help individuals' issues for the long term and that reconnection can be best to help some get the services they need. On housing, it says it has also increased funding for rent deposits. But the council's been in trouble before. Last year, it was petitioned by thousands to stop playing bagpipes music and Alvin and the Chipmunks during the night to drive away rough sleepers. One expert suggests aggressive policies hurt the homeless, risking their safety and mental health, and that there's another way, that those affected work together.
We found that the local community in most of the boroughs that we've worked in actually supports the rough sleepers. So it was setting up that they would go a little bit further away from the cash point machines so people weren't being worried. It was just sharing the information and the insight of what the local community and the businesses are concerned about, which is around their welfare, and the rough sleepers, their concerns about not being too far away from being able to be seen for their safety and welfare. So in reality, the concerns are exactly the same. It's just all the sides are not talking to each other.
Ultimately, for Matthew, the train fares scheme feels really just like the latest bullying scheme.
They're not going to be handing out many train tickets because people haven't got anywhere to go. If they had somewhere to go, they'd go there. If they're sleeping in a shop doorway, it means they've run out of options. It's not a case of get on a train, there's somewhere I can be. You know, all you got to do is walk to the motorway, get your thumb out, hitch to where you wanted to be. If there was somewhere you had to go, you'd be there. You wouldn't be sleeping in a doorway with one eye open, terrified someone was going to pee on you or hit you, which is what happens.
Harry Fear, RT UK, Bournemouth.